Hi, and welcome to this month's edition of our Jackpot Show. Excited to be here. Today is Friday, April 10th in the year 2025. And Anthony, they've been sending a lot of jackpots in.
Well, this is our third show, and we try to expand it each time we do it. Yeah, we've been going through the archives, and there are so many from years ago, from 2-3 years ago, and some as recent, several as recent as the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
So, don't get discouraged out there. If you sent one in quite a while ago, it's still in play, and we're going through them, and it may just pop up one of these days.
Well, and you guys have actually said a lot of really nice things about these jackpot-specific episodes, so we're going to keep doing them.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting enough feedback from people saying, yeah, keep it up. And like we've said before, we're going to try to impart some lessons as we go. So the first couple that we talk about today, they'll be like a lesson, and it'll be obvious, and then we'll do our lightning round at the end.
All right. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been asking where and when I'm going to be performing. I actually have a show coming up that I wanted to promote on this episode because it's going to be Wednesday at WISEGUYS Comedy Club. And it's not the one downtown, it's the one at Town Square. So I'm actually going to be opening for Cat C, who is a Chinese-American comedian with an hour special that's called Perfect Chinglish, and it's hilarious.
Next Wednesday, right?
Yeah, this coming Wednesday.
Okay, good. I'll be there.
I believe it is the 17th.
Looking forward.
All right, and Anthony, you alluded to teaching some lessons earlier. So this first jackpot is something that happened to you at the Copper Keg.
Yeah, and this is the Copper Keg up on Rainbow.
Okay.
Rainbow and Sahara that we talk about a lot.
Okay.
I like to go there. I had a little bit of free play, and I went in, and their game isn't anything special there, but there was some free play. I know the bartenders, that sort of thing. So I get a beer, as I typically do, and I play through the free play, a few bucks, and I'm getting ready to go, and I look up at the card of the day. Mm-hmm. And the card of the day is fives, and it pays $235 bonus.
Okay.
All right. Now, I know that is very close to the break even.
Okay.
All right. So we'll talk about that in a minute. I said, you know what? I'll have another beer. And they look at me and they go, you're going to have two beers? And I said, yeah, I'm going to have another beer. They didn't know I was doing it because it was at $235. And like in three hands, I was dealt 3 fives.
Okay.
And I go, here we go. And we don't hit it. And 2 hands later, boom. I'm dealt 4 fives.
Yes, 4 fives.
Right, for the $235 bonus. Now, the point of this is it wasn't quite if you're playing at a place that has a card, the card of the day will typically be a non-bonus hand. So it usually won't be a 2, 3, or 4 or aces.
Right.
It'll be something between fives and kings. Mm-hmm. All right, and in this case, it was fives. If you see a single card of the day at $250 bonus, that essentially is the rule of thumb. All right, now it's different by different cards, but the rule of thumb is $250 bonus, and you've got a game that's positive territory. This one I was playing at $235 was at 99.8%.
Wow, and this is very useful information, especially if you're going out to bars and playing. This promotion that you're talking about, where if you get a 4 of a kind, this is at a lot of different bars all over Vegas.
Yeah, and it usually won't be that high.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll see them up at 280. Sometimes you'll see them over 300. Mm-hmm. Anytime you see a 250 or higher, you're playing with a theoretical edge if you were playing perfectly.
Okay.
So a lot of people go, what's the break-in? Well, I just told you. Right about 250 is what you're looking for.
All right.
All right. Now, real quick, you don't make that many changes to strategy. I mean, the only two kind of obvious ones are you would keep, let's say if you had all rags and one of them was a 5, you would keep that lone 5 like you would a high card.
That's right.
And the other thing is if you had 3 5s to a full house, you would break the full house.
Right. You wouldn't hold the full
to
full
go
house.
to the 3 5s.
Yeah.
So look for it, 250 and above.
Now, in this next segment, it is not a jackpot. It is a plethora of jackpots. It's a whole bunch of jackpots. Anthony, what are we looking at here?
All in one day, all in one place.
Okay.
All right. So I went to Red Rock Casino for they've got a good daily special. They have daily specials there at the Oyster Bar.
Okay.
Like dollar clams and oysters on Tuesdays, and I think $8 or $9 lobster rolls on Thursdays.
Really?
Yeah, good stuff. So anyway, I go there and they have a jackpot scroll, and I'm looking at the scroll. I'm going, wait a minute, these are all in one day, and it says right there, 24 hours. Some of them 2 and 3 within the same minute.
Sure.
And it really gives you a sense of, we don't realize how many jackpots are being hit daily in these big casinos.
Right.
And they're so vast and so big, you think looking at this scroll that you'd see them going off all around you, but you hardly ever do. But that's how many they're hitting. And they're making money.
That's a lot of money going through the game. That's what I was thinking.
So they're giving out this much, and they're still making heaps above on top of that.
Right, absolutely.
So, I mean, they happen. Obviously, they happen. I mean, there were dozens, if not hundreds, in this scroll. I didn't even stop to watch the whole thing through. I let it run for a little while.
All right, so that's something to look for if you go to the Red Rock. Also, it's interesting because you're right. You don't see that at a lot of big casinos. You see it at a lot of bars. You see it at a lot of smaller dotties and things like that.
Well, at the bars, they list them, because the bars, they don't have that much volume. So they just list them on a blackboard or a chalkboard. Here, they get so many of them at a big casino, they got to scroll it through.
That's pretty cool. Also, just to note, I was at Caesars where was it? I was at Planet Hollywood, and I paid $40 for one lobster roll.
Yeah, well, Planet Hollywood, Strip. You got to get off the Strip, folks.
And this next jackpot is titled Jackpot of the Century, sent to us from Craig M. I'm a local, and I witnessed the most incredible jackpot on double super times pay at the M Resort. The gentleman who won is also a local but wants to remain anonymous, so that's good, okay? He was playing quarter, triple, play, triple, double, which isn't that much to get in on, right? I mean, he's still playing quarters. He landed a 10 times multiplier and was dealt 4 aces with the kicker. Then landed a multiplier on the draw and got another 10 times for a total of 20 times. So that is a $60,000 on a $5.25 bet. Oh, my God.
Wow. Well, it's not quite jackpot of the century, but it's pretty amazing.
I mean, a $5 bet to get $60,000, that is incredible.
Well, the double super times pay, this is not something I really know a lot about. I don't play this game. But I did some research on it.
Okay.
And first of all, the way it plays, you get 2 shots at the multiplier. If you ever played Super Times Pay, the multipliers come up sporadically.
I do play this, so I can talk about it.
So you get 2 shots at it. So this is, and it's a 7-coin bet. So you play 7 coins, and it pays at a 5-coin level.
Right.
Unless you have those multipliers.
That's right.
So that's what you're playing for, is to hit the multipliers. So let's look at how amazing this is. All right. First of all, you get those multipliers. Now, I credit this. I said I did some research. I credit this to Wizard of Odds.
Okay.
Michael Shackelford's site, wizardofodds.com. He says you get the multiplier about 1 in 15 times.
Okay.
So
that sounds right.
So he gets the first multiplier. The average multiplier is 4.
Okay.
And he gets the 10, the highest.
Right. That doesn't come around a lot, and I do play this game, and you don't get the 10 a lot.
Right. Then he gets dealt the made hand for the jackpot.
Right.
Then he gets the second multiplier, another 1 in 15 shot.
Which is absolutely insane.
And he gets a 10 again. So hence, $5.25 bet, $60,000 payday.
Unbelievable.
Not quite of the century, but pretty darn good.
Yeah, that'll put you ahead for a while.
Yeah.
And this next segment is called Joker Jackpot from Tim S. He says, I love playing Joker Poker, especially full pay, where it pays 4,700 coins just under the IRS reporting threshold. Special thing about this, Royal, is that I hit it on totally free play. Arizona Charlie's Decatur had given me $5 in free play when I logged in on my senior's day, Thursday. That's 4 tries playing 5 coins on a quarter machine. I hit it on my 4th play. The jackpots just feel better when I don't even risk any of my bankroll. I feel you.
Yeah, that's Tim Soldan. Tim has sent in a lot of good information to us, so thanks, Tim. And we wanted to run your jackpot. Playing the Joker Poker game that pays $4,700, like he says, just underneath the taxable for quarters, because that's $1,175. But the thing here is the $5 free play. Almost like me with the first one, going to Copper Keg and stumbling across that. Play that free play. Don't turn your nose up at it. He says 4 shots at it. On his 4th shot, boom, he hits. So play the free play all the time, wherever you go, and congrats on that one.
Congrats, and that is the lesson, Anthony. And this one, that's the lesson. You say that all the time. You say, play your free play. Don't let it sit there. Play it through.
I got a good friend who says cash all coupons.
And this segment we're calling Suit Specific Roger L. All right? It is suit specific. So, Roger won this on the Four Queens Progressive. There's no story with this one, but we want to talk about it for a second.
Right. He sends, all right, so here's another kind of a little bit of a lesson. He sends it in. He goes, I just won this at the Four Queens.
Yep.
And it's one of these, it's an 8.5 Jacks or better machine.
Okay.
With different royal flushes for different suits. All right, so you can see on the photo that all the suits have a different royal flush. He hit the one for 2,087. The way you handicap that one, the way you look at it, is you treat it like a regular 8.5 machine, which it was 8.5 Jacks or better, which is 97.3%, and then you add up the royals, and then you divide by 4.
Sure. Okay.
Right? Because now you have an equal chance of hitting a royal at any one of those, so you get the average value. And that's how you estimate the value of that machine. In this case, the average value was $2,080, which means that machine was playing somewhere around 99.75%.
That's a great
It
game.
was a very good game that he found. The Four Queens continues to be one of the better video poker places. It really does. And they're always doing extra things. We wrote in this issue of the LVA about a bonus they're doing this month and next month. That it includes free play and it includes comps.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it's Four Queens just continues to do it right. I really like that place.
And remember, if you're a member, you get a coupon at the Four Queens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
They work with us, and I'm glad they do. It's a great place. They discounts on dining. Good place to go, man.
That's right. We love, and we always talk about Hugo's Cellar and Magnolia's. Both of those places are great.
Yeah, they are.
So, go there, go to the description box. Remember, use your coupon code Andrew if you've never been a member before, and you'll get an extra $5 off your membership.
That's right.
Now, this one is really fun because it comes from Jim P., and he says he's inspired by our Jackpots show. So people are watching, people are getting inspired.
It's a good way to get on the show. Is just brown nose us a little bit, right?
Thanks, Jim. So Jim says, Anthony mentioned on the show that the Four Queens has $1 10-7 double bonus. I had played that game before, but I had never hit the royal or any royal on a dollar machine or higher. So I was downtown, and I thought I'd give it a shot. And after losing a couple hundred, I was dealt this. Thank you for your inspiration and for hitting this one.
All right, Four Queens again.
Four Queens,
Right?
yeah.
What did I just say? It's a really good video poker house. And they do have that 10-7 double bonus, which is a 100.17% return
Really?
with perfect play.
Oh, wow.
The thing about double bonus, though, it is one of the most difficult, complicated games to play. And for anybody who really wants to learn this game and play this game, I highly recommend the Bob Dancer strategy card for this.
Sure.
Which you can carry with you because you'll be surprised. You keep things like 3 to a flush and so forth because of the high, that 10-7, 10 on a full house, 7 on a flush. All right, so you do things like that. Get a Dancer strategy card there.
And you can get Dancer strategy cards for any of the games. For Deuces Wild, you gave me some for Deuces Wild. And
Yeah, many of the games. We got some more in the works, too. But, yeah, this is, again, more good stuff from the Four Queens. And congratulations, a good jackpot on a good game.
Yeah, Four Queens, $4,000.
Yep.
All right, and coming up next, we have Roger G. with a Royal Flush Dealt at the South Point. I'm a local, and South Point is my place of choice. 4 to 5 days a week, you can catch Roger G. at the South Point.
Like you at Wise Guys next Wednesday.
Yes, that's right. Wise Guys on Wednesday, the 17th.
See what I did there?
Thank you. That was a good plug. I play double-double bonus poker. That's a great game. A lot of fun. And last week I had a great run at the sports bar. I don't usually play the $2 denom, but I was winning and I dialed it up. I was dealt an ace. I held it and hooked 3 more aces and the kicker for $2,000. A few days later, I was playing a dollar progressive at the same bar and was dealt a Royal Flush progressive for $6,237. What are the odds of that, Anthony?
1 in 649,740.
Wow. So that's what a Delt Royal is.
Yeah. And since he was playing at South Point, that's all we'll say.
Okay. Yeah, he was playing at South Point. He got a progressive.
Yeah, South Point. South Point's a good video poker house.
Yep. All right, Anthony, this is exciting. We call this the Jackpots Lightning Round. We're going to start with a $5,000 Keno at Palace Station by Randy A.
Yeah, well, we had to put Keno in there, right?
I love Keno.
What were his numbers? Did he send them?
Okay, so he says Randy A hit an 8 spot playing 4-card Keno at Palace Station, and his numbers were 1, 11, 41, 52, 30, 40, 69, 79.
Fantastic. Congrats. I hope you are keeping records so you know how much you are losing at Keno as well as winning.
That's right.
Next.
Up next, we got 3 royal flushes in one day at Virgin from Tom M. Tom M says, I hit 3 royal flushes in one day at Virgin. I've probably used up my lifetime allotment of royals on this one day, but it was a fun day.
Could be. He was playing multi-hand, but still, I mean, so you're going to get royals more often, but man, 3 in one day. Nice job. That's tough.
Wow.
It's tough.
And this one's called Mix 'em Up by Brian S. Brian S. hit $4,000 royal flush at Emerald Island and $2,700 on Mo Mummy at Green Valley Ranch in the same week.
Cool. We got a slot machine hit in there. He's playing down in the down on the east side.
Yep.
Right. You know, Emerald Island, some of the absolute best video poker schedules from pennies up.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And if you're in Henderson, that's another one with a member rewards coupon.
Yeah, we love them there, man. Emerald Island and Rainbow Club, we love them.
Mini Mega at California from Deborah from Hawaii. Little girl Jono sent us this, and it was her mom's first jackpot after coming to Las Vegas for 50 years. Congrats.
Wow, that was so cute. You know, when I read that. This is one of those I saw when I went through the archives.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did we miss that before? Or you know why? We just didn't see it. But she wrote, it was so cute. She said, this may not be enough to qualify. Mm-hmm. Now, wait a minute. Her mom's been coming for 50 plus years and she finally hit a $1,500 jackpot. I would say that's big enough to qualify for just about any show on Jackpots.
Congratulations, Mom. Keep
Deborah,
coming back.
Way to go, Deborah. Keep coming back. Hit some more.
And then we're going to quit with a banger here. $40,000 royal flush for John Q.
John Q Public?
John Q Public, yeah.
John Q wrote to us before. This one came from last year, too. And he sent one earlier. I'm pretty sure we had it on the show.
Yeah.
So this was his second $40,000 jackpot in 1 year.
Way to go, John Q.
Jeez.
Don't stop hitting the button. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Got the email address up here, so send us your jackpots. Leave messages on the message board. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't know what to say, just use the word jackpot. Leave it in the comments. It helps the algorithm to grow. And Anthony, do you have anything to add?
Nothing. Just, pay attention to some of the things we tell you here. It'll make your game better.
All right, and we got Beer Friday coming up next week.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, get your questions ready for the live.